Hey Valley friends, today we're continuing our adventures with Joy in the quest, Imagination Land. To unlock this quest, you will need to reach level 7 Friendship with Joy, and you will need to have the fairy godmother in your valley. Once you've met all the requirements, you can chat with Joy to continue. Joy has been busy exploring the valley and she stumbled across the Forgotten Lands. She feels like it could be a great spot for dream productions, but it needs a bit of a revamp. She feels like it would look amazing if we were to add some furniture, bright colors, and add some happy thoughts. Joy also thinks adding some brightness to the Forgotten Lands will help us fight the sad magic currently spreading through the valley and resolve the plush bear mystery we've been investigating. To start our planning, she suggests meeting up in the Forgotten Lands. After chatting with Joy, we'll need to make our way over to the Forgotten Lands, where Joy is waiting for us. We can chat with her again. Joy suggests starting with the original plans for the Forgotten Lands. We weren't aware that these existed, so we ask where we would even find such plans. Joy has already spoken to the fairy godmother, the original inhabitant of the Forgotten Lands. She mentioned having the plans in her house. We'll need to retrieve these before we can continue our redesign of the area. Once we're done chatting with Joy, we'll need to make our way over to the fairy godmother's house to collect the Forgotten Lands biome plan. After collecting them, we can deliver the plans to Joy. Whilst we were collecting the plans, Joy continued inspecting the area. She suggests starting by cleaning up some of the flames and night thorns in the Forgotten Lands. We can't really start decorating with all these obstacles in our way. So we'll need to make our way over to the Forgotten Lands, where we will need to remove 5 green flames using our watering can. We will also need to remove 7 night thorns. If your Forgotten Lands have already been cleaned up, you will need to wait a few days for new ones to spawn. After we have cleaned up the area, we can chat with Joy again. Joy doesn't want to change everything about the Forgotten Lands, she just wants to add a small cheerful area to brighten things up a bit. She suggests starting with a big Imagination Land arch to welcome everyone to the biome, and perhaps a few yellow flowers will brighten things up. For this we will need to collect some materials. First off, we will need 3 topaz, which you can mine for in the plaza or purchase from Aladdin when he has stock. Then we will need 10 pieces of dark wood, which we can collect in the Forgotten Lands. And finally, we will need 2 yellow nasturtium, which we can also find in the Forgotten Lands. Once we've collected all our materials, we can head over to our nearest crafting station to craft the Imagination Land arch. Make sure you have the Imagination Land arch in your inventory, then head over to Joy. Joy loves the arch we have crafted but feels it needs a little touch of sparkle to make it even better. But she will make the final change to the arch. Whilst she makes the final changes to the arch, she has another task for us to help with. She wants us to gather some pretty yellow flowers around the valley and then craft some flower pots for us to display them in. For this part of the quest, we will need to collect the following materials: 10 sunflowers, which we can collect on Dazzle Beach. 20 yellow daisies, we can find these in the peaceful meadows. If you are not stockpiling flowers, you will need to wait for new ones to spawn. Once we've collected all the flowers, we will need to craft 10 flower pots. For these you will need clay and soil. Now that we've collected all our materials, we will need to craft 10 sunflower and daisy pots. After crafting, we will need to make our way back over to the Forgotten Lands to chat with Joy again. Joy loves the flower pots we've crafted. They are going to look amazing in the Forgotten Lands. She has also completed her final touches to the Imagination Land arch, so she will hand it back to us so that we can do the final decoration. After chatting with Joy, we can open up our furniture tab. We will now need to place our Imagination Land arch and then use the 10 sunflower and daisy pots we've crafted to decorate the rest of the area. I placed everything in the same spot because I intend to remove them once I'm done, but you can be creative with your decorations. After decorating, the cutscene will automatically start and we can take some photos with Joy and the fairy godmother. After taking all our photos, we can chat with Joy again. We love all the changes made to the Forgotten Lands. But as we're busy chatting with Joy, something strange happens. A bunch of night thorns just appeared out of nowhere. We'll need to do a bit of cleaning. Once we're done chatting with Joy, we will need to remove another 7 night thorns around the Forgotten Lands. Just as we remove the final night thorn, another piece of the plush bear appears. Make sure you pick up the brown plush bear yarn. These plush bear parts are really strange. Perhaps we should chat with Merlin about this. Merlin agrees that this is very unusual. Merlin is not happy that we chose to change the Forgotten Lands. It might not be bright and sun-filled like other parts of the valley, but nonetheless it's an important part. Merlin believes the plush bear is somehow connected to the valley, which means it's also connected to us. He's just not sure why or how it's all connected. We have noticed that since the bear parts have been showing up, we felt like they are linked to a memory, but we can't quite make out the details yet. We're starting to suspect that the plush bear might have belonged to us long ago. Joy thinks it's important for us to find the remainder of the bear parts. Hopefully we will be able to solve the mystery once we have collected the entire bear. After chatting with Merlin, we can chat with Joy again, which will conclude the quest, Imagination Land. As always, please leave us a like if you found this video useful, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I will see you next time as we continue our Disney adventures in the valley.